Hi, I'm Terrell Brinson, and thanks for tuning in to our talk show entitled A Voice, where men and women of all ethnic backgrounds come together to share their dreams, their visions, their goals, as well as their entrepreneurial accomplishments. And today, I'm extremely honored to have as my special guest, Mr. Brandon Brinson. Brandon, how you doing today, man?
I'm great. How you about yourself?
Oh man, I'm doing good. I'm doing good.
Yes, sir.
It's good to have you on my show, man. Yeah, been looking forward to bringing you on, and it worked out in your schedule that you was able to come and be with us.
Yes, sir. Glad to be here.
Yeah, as a young man, aspiring to do great things here in our state.
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah. Well, listen. You are an entrepreneur in your own right now. Tell our viewing audience what you do.
Well, right now I'm a barber. I cut hair at T's Barber and Beauty Shop. I also intern at the Terminal Studio.
Yeah.
It's in Ridgeland, Mississippi for artist management.
Oh yeah.
Yes, sir. And that's the only two things that I'm doing right now.
Okay. Well, now at the barber shop, where is that located? Is that here in Jackson?
Yes, sir. It's for Highway 80. It's 1900 Highway 80 West.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay then. Okay, so how long have you been in the barbering profession?
I've been cutting hair now for about 8 years. I've been licensed for 2.5.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so now what inspired you to go that route? Why not McDonald's or Burger King? There's nothing wrong with that. But what inspired you then to want to be an entrepreneur?
Right. Well, I guess it comes from my family. My dad, he's an entrepreneur. My mom, she was an entrepreneur. But the cutting hair thing, I think it came from her.
Yeah.
She's a cosmetologist.
That's right.
And I just been growing up around it. When I was in high school, I used to cut. I played ball at Holmes Community College.
Okay. Yeah.
In my dorm room, cutting all my teammates' hair, and they asking me, yo, why don't you go ahead and get your license for it and do it legitimate? So, I think that's where that came from.
Okay. Oh man, that's great. And
Yes,
so you're also a musician, you're a drummer.
Yes,
you
sir.
play for our church.
Yes, sir.
And kind of know what you're doing a little bit with those drums.
Yes, sir. I've been doing it for a while now, since I was about 5. A lot of people don't know that.
Yeah.
I guess I don't advertise it much, but when they do hear me, they say, man, I didn't know you could play like that. But
yeah.
I guess it's just a gift from God.
Well, I see you've not taken the time yet to teach Pop how to play drums yet. Yeah.
You don't think you want to learn?
Oh man, yeah. I'd like to learn, but listen, I'm very proud of you because of the initiative that you've taken business-wise, the mindset that you have to have a desire to have your own.
Yes, sir.
It's pretty easy, even in this down economy to just go and get a job, but to have a vision to want to create something where in due time you'll be able to hire people yourself,
Right.
and put them to work and be able to bless them and their families financially. But barbering is a good profession though, because brothers and beauty salons, all that's a good profession because we like to look nice.
Yes, sir. You always have to get your hair cut. For me, it's like keeping a person groomed.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say it does something for me, but to see, like, when they first come in the shop and the hair is nappy, and then to transform them, when they get out of the chair, they, it does something to them. It builds their character.
Exactly.
It takes on another, another like phase for them. It's like they transform. So yeah, to keep them looking nice, they come every week. It's a great deal for me.
Oh yeah, well you feel better about yourself now when you get a fresh haircut.
You get a good haircut.
Yeah,
yes, sir.
You've been out working all week and your stuff is looking a little rough, and then they come see Brandon Brinson.
Yes, sir.
Over at what you say, 1900 Highway 80 West.
Highway 80 West, yes, sir.
Over at T's Beauty Salon, a
yes,
barber
sir.
shop there, and then they be proud of the way they look when they exit your chair.
Yes, sir. Right.
Man, that's okay. So you also do take pictures and put them on the website when you finish some of your
yes, sir.
clients.
We have now Facebook and Instagram. when they get at it, before they get at the show, you just snap a picture and it goes straight to the site or whatever.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Well, when I was your age, all we had was a Polaroid camera. We just take a picture and then we watch it come out. But you all got everything these days to enhance.
The internet is a big deal now.
It's a big deal. It's a big deal. Well, man, that's great, and I'm proud of you. And you working down there with our cousin, Tolan McGee.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, he's a fine barber. He
Yes,
cut
sir.
my hair for years before, before you came on the scene. And
Yes, sir.
of course, he didn't have no problem with me backing up and allowing my son to take his place.
Yes,
because
sir.
I'm not saying it just because you're my son, but you're pretty sharp with those clippers.
Thank you.
Yeah, you can cut almost good as I can. That's all right though, man. But so do you know any other young guys that's aspiring, aspiring to become barbers, or you have any friends that cut hair or whatever?
Yes, sir. I have a lot of friends that do the same profession, and they're quite good at it.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
That's good. So do you all ever get together as young men, and even with your young friend girls, get together and talk about your dreams and your goals as it relate to, just really just creating your own and just making something out of nothing, so to speak?
All the time, but it's like with some, they have a lot of dreams and goals and whatnot, but it's like they don't have a lot of motivation for it.
Yeah.
And for me, when I talk to them and we have different conversations, the main thing that I want to get across to them is, if you stay focused, you keep your head on straight, keep God first, then you can do it.
Yeah.
But for a lot of them, they have major goals, major plans, but it's like they say it, and then it's like, after that conversation is over with, you don't hear anything else about it, because the motivation isn't there.
Well, a lot of times, Brandon, the people don't. A lot of people don't have the wealth,
right?
Or they don't have the finances to get started. They got the dreams,
right.
They got the goals, but they don't have everything that they need, that they feel like they need to get it started. And so, if you're not careful, just as fast as you have a dream, you can lose that dream.
Yes, sir.
But I'm convinced that you have to just motivate yourself to say, well, okay, if I don't have what it takes to get it started this way, I'll have to take an alternate route. But what's important is that I finally reach my goal, even though it may have taken me a little longer. So that's the purpose of this show. We want to bring on young men like you, and we've got some of your friend girls that's going to be coming on. They're entrepreneurs in their own right? And they're going to be coming on and just sharing.
Yes, sir.
Sharing their dreams and their goals with our audience, because the purpose of this show is to encourage those who have ever had dreams and ever had goals, that for whatever reason, whether it was the downturn of the economy or the recession that came through has caused them to stop dreaming, we want to motivate them to start dreaming again, because there's greatness down on the inside of each of us.
Yes, sir.
We're going to prepare now to take a break. But when we come back, we're going to talk again with my son, Brandon Brinson. We'll be right back.
Today's guest is Brandon Brinson, an entrepreneur, a barber at Cheese Beauty and Barbershop, 1900 Highway 80 West, Jackson, Mississippi 39204, and in internal artist management at the Terminal Recording Studio in Richland, Mississippi. Brandon Brinson.
We're back, and I'm here with my special guest, my son, Brandon Brinson. Brandon, yeah, we've been talking a little bit about what you're working on and what you're doing as an entrepreneur. And what would you say to that young man or young woman, or even those that are older that have dreams and visions? What would you say to encourage them to keep it moving despite, hardships and whatnot? Because you had some challenges too.
Right.
Even in school, trying to get your license and stuff.
Right. Well, the first thing that I would tell them is you always have to keep God first in everything you do.
Yeah.
And then, you know, with your dreams, you know, you can't let them die. Like anything you have to do, like to get to that point, I think you should do it.
Yeah.
When you have dreams and goals, it's important not to get around negative people.
That's it. Yeah.
Negative people, because like if you tell them your dream or whatever, they can easily say, "Oh man, that ain't gonna happen."
That's right.
And then that would take your morale from up here and bring it down. And your dream, you kind of put it away in the closet. And
if you allow it to.
If you allow it to, you put it up and it'll start collecting dust. And then next thing you know, it'll be 10 years down the line and you're still in the same place. So that's the main thing that I would tell them, not to stay around positive people.
Positive people.
All the time. Surround yourself with positive people, good positive energy. You know, don't worry about the naysayers, and you know, just keep your mind, you know, clear at all times. Stay focused, and like I said, keep God first in everything you do.
Yeah, and you don't have to boast about anything that you're doing. You know, you got your own goals and visions and dreams.
Right.
Work them. You work them. Work hard at it. You know, stay focused. Work hard at it, and then I mean, your vision will start unfolding.
Right. And then once your vision start unfolding, you know, there's not much talking that needs to go on.
That's right.
Even for the naysayers, the people that told you wasn't gonna be able to do it.
That's right.
You know, once it starts to manifest itself, there's not a lot of conversation that needs to go on, because they'll be able to see it.
That's right.
And then from that point, you don't have to say a word, because it's concrete. They can look at it.
Yeah.
You know.
Stay focused. Keep working it, and even with them, despite what they said in the past that may have been negative, you can in turn say, listen, you know, you have a dream too.
Right.
You can still fulfill your dream, you know, but you have to work at it and stay focused.
Yes, sir.
Now we've been talking mainly about you as a barber, but now, you got your hands in some other stuff. Now you're over at Blackberry. You are an intern over at Blackberry Records, and you hanging out with Lee King and Camille King and the Williams brothers and Stan Jones and all these guys over there. Now, how did that come about?
Well, I had a session. We had a session there, and I laid the drum tracks for a song, a couple songs. And after the session was over, you know, at the time I was planning on moving to Atlanta, Georgia, you know, to intern for it. And I don't know, I didn't even know who Mr. Camille King was. I had just met him, and just after a little brief conversation with him, he offered me an intern, a free intern at that, on the same thing that I was going to go to Atlanta for. He gave me an intern here in Jackson, where I didn't have to worry about spending a lot of money, you know, and I could stay here and still do the same thing.
Wow.
So, you know, that's how that came about with my intern.
Yeah, so you over at Blackberry, and
Yes,
and I guess I can, being Pop, I can just kind of let our viewers know a little bit more about that. Now you're about to go to Atlanta. We've never been apart since you guys been in the world. You and your other brother have been playing, you know, our musicians for our church ever since we've been in ministry.
Yes, sir.
We've never been apart. Now all of a sudden, and I know you're grown.
Yes, sir.
You know, but all of a sudden now you're getting ready to move to Atlanta, and Mama is panicking, and Dad is trying to be strong, but I'm still panicking, but I'm just not showing nobody.
Yeah.
But anyway, man, we had a little talk there with Camille, and Camille said, well, just come see me Thursday, I believe it was.
Come see me Thursday,
And you had the meeting with Camille, and I guess the rest is history.
The rest is history. I've been there now for about 6 months. And every day that I'm there in the studio with him, I learn something.
Yeah.
He's a very smart, intelligent guy.
Very smart.
You know, and just seeing him and the way he moves and the way he deals with people and the way they respond to him, you know, I think that kind of made me like, you know, I wanna do that right there.
Yeah.
Like I like the response he gets when he deals with certain people. Like he's able to call different radio stations or different people, people at different record labels, and they know who he is. You know, they respond to him real well, and he just knows how to carry himself.
Yeah, exactly. And his dad is known all over the country,
Right.
Mr. Lee
Mr.
King.
Lee King.
Yeah,
Yes,
I've been
sir.
knowing Mr. Lee for years and years and years, and yeah, he's a sharp, shrewd
sharp guy.
businessman himself.
Yes, sir.
And so his son Camille just took after him in that light. But I'm very honored. My mom and I, you know, your mom and I, we're very grateful that they've given you this opportunity to be over there with them. And every time I see Camille, he's telling me positive things. He said, "Man, this cat is sharp." You know, everybody likes him when he come in, and that's a great thing. You know, because you know, you could be a guy with the wrong kind of attitude. Nobody want to see you coming, but you got a vision, you got a plan, and you're working your plan. And as a result, people are stepping in to try to help you get there. Now, I understand that you're not only just an intern there, but Camille has saw something else in you, and have asked you about creating your own business. Tell our viewing audience a little bit about that.
It's an artist management company. Me and Camille, we've had thousands of conversations just about, you know, me being an intern there, and he's constantly telling me, yo, look, if you can't find a way to come up off of your resources that you have here, then, you know, there's no sense in you being here. Like, he's always on me, you know, and I'm constantly going over in my head on, yo, what can I do, you know, that I can see a benefit, you know what I'm saying, that I can see a benefit from. So this artist management deal came about. I have a friend. We've been friends since high school. His name is Adrian Harris. He's a rapper.
Yeah.
He goes by the name of A Fresh. So he's been in Atlanta for the last 3 or 4 years maybe. And he called me one day and was like, yo, he was like, man, I think I can do this.
Yeah.
He was like, man, I've been out here in Atlanta. He was like, I see how it go. You know, I see how what moves to make, what moves not to make. He was like, man, I think I could bring that same energy back home, and where it's not a big market. Yeah. He's like, and I think I could start it off. Yeah. And while he's telling me this, I hadn't told him that I'm interning, you know, for artist management. So after he told me, you know what I'm saying, everything that he was going through and how he felt about his situation, I told him that I was interning for it. Yeah. And he was like, what? Yeah, and I was like, yeah, man. I was like, that's what I do. I was like, I'm training to be a manager, an artist manager. And he was like, well, there it is. He was like, man, he was like, that's just confirmation on me, you know what I'm saying, needing to come back home. Okay, I want you to hold that thought. Okay. We're going to take another break, and when we come back, we're going to conclude with Brandon Brinson and his entrepreneurial role that the Lord is blessing him with. We'll be right back.
Today's guest is Brandon Brinson, an entrepreneur, a barber at Cheese Beauty and Barbershop, 1900 Highway 80 West, Jackson, Mississippi 39204, and an intern artist management at the Terminal Recording Studio in Richland, Mississippi. Brandon Brinson.
We're back, and I'm here with my special guest, my son, Brandon Brinson, and I'm just extremely proud of you, man. I'm proud of
Appreciate it.
What you're working on. I'm proud of what the Lord is doing on your behalf as you give him praise for it. And you were just talking before we went to break about your friend Adrian, and now he's a rapper, and he's sharp.
He's very sharp.
He's sharp, and now with you getting into artist management, it looked like a connection is being made there. And of course, you're at Blackberry, so you've got the support of Mr. Lee King and Camille King and all of the people in your family over there, and to help you, you know, be a good artist manager,
sir.
if you will.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so tell us a little bit more about Adrian.
Well, yeah, like I said before we went to break, he called me and was just letting me know that, you know, he felt like he could do what he was doing in Atlanta. He felt like he could do it here, where it was a small market, and like everyone, Mississippi hasn't blown yet. So he feels like he can come back, you know, and really get something started here. So, you know, I was letting him know that as long as you keep your head on, you know, I'm with you. You know, we can do it together.
Well, see, this is business.
Right.
Now, what he does is not per se gospel rapping, but he's rapping about the facts of life, everyday life. But he's sharp at what he does. Let me ask you this: what genres of music do you like?
I pretty much like them all, but you know, first and foremost, growing up in church, you know, gospel is always going to be the headliner. You know, but for me, and then being an artist manager, you can't be one-dimensional. You have to like you have to be a fan of multiple genres. So like I'm a big fan of some R&B. You know, a lot of them started in the church, so I guess that's why the music is so soulful. You know, you have a lot of rap artists that are talented in what they do, and then also with a lot of pop music. You know, I like the way those producers can take different sounds in there and incorporate it into a lot of those beats and music, and then on top of that, you know, the artists, the pop artists can turn around and, you know, do something on top of that music that the producer gave, and it be a hit. It's kind of, it's amazing to hear and see at the same time.
Well, you're around this music all the time, so you know what you're listening for now. With the birth of your new management company, how has it helped your everyday, your day-to-day life?
I would say communication and my people skills. You know, I say coming through high school, I wasn't much of a talker or one that liked to meet a lot of people. But now as I've grown, and especially since I've been interning and being around Kamel and watching how he interacts with people, you know, I have no problem now meeting a complete stranger, and we you know what I'm saying, making contact or me learning what it is that he or she does, and we talking about that, and you know, just finding out what it is that they do. You can learn a lot from different people, I think.
Well, let me ask you this: what do you want to see happen with your company here in Mississippi?
Here in Mississippi, man, there's so many talented artists here in Mississippi, or Jackson per se. I want to see my company blossom to the point to where, you know, they won't have to go outside of Mississippi to find an artist. And an artist manager. And then there are a lot of artists that feel like they have to be the manager, the booking agent, you know, instead of focusing totally on their craft, you know, and letting the manager handle all of the business. Like they feel like, and then, which they're not wrong, because there are a lot of managers out there that, you know, have stolen, you know, money, you know, so they have a right to have their guard up like that. But, you know, here, the business that I'm starting, I want to start a fresh, new look, you know, and then there's no fakeness or phony going on. You know, we're gonna have contracts, and it is what it is. You know.
Well, one thing that I hear you're saying that I'm very proud of is that, different from what I've seen. Now I'm 53, and I've been in the gospel thing all of my life, pretty much. But the thing that I see that's disappointing about gospel music a lot of times is a lot of the artists are selfish. Unlike the rappers and the R&B singers, I see these cats. They go out and they do what they go out and they do what they do. But just as soon as they find somebody with talent that's doing the exact same thing that they're doing, man, they'll reach right back and get them and help them and put them out there, and then make them a success. And as a result of doing that, they're blessed financially too.
Right.
They're blessed off of what they're doing, but it looked like with the gospel people,
vice versa.
Yeah, it looked like, well, I can't help you because you might get in my way. That is such small thinking, man.
Right.
So I appreciate you being willing to reach out there. Now, do you feel you feel you're qualified for what you're going after? Because you got to be pretty sharp to manage a different, whole different genre of people.
Right, absolutely. I feel that with the training that I get on a weekly basis and the help that I get, like Mr. Camille King, he's an entertainment attorney also.
Yeah.
And he's with, he's a World Star booking agent. So I feel that with the training that I get from him and the knowledge that I read on and, just being around it, I feel like I'll make a great manager, and I'll be able to help a lot of people.
I believe that too. Where do you see yourself and your company 5 years from now?
5 years from now, man, I want to be able to employ people.
Yeah.
I think that's gonna be a big deal. I want to be able to help, as many people as I can, not only with employment, but getting other people looked at, putting them in front of people, they can, if something that I can't do,
you can't handle.
I would love to be able to put them in the spotlight where, this person is sitting here and they are connected with this person, and they'll be able to help them like that. So, I mean, even in that, I would still win.
Exactly.
Just the fact that I was able to help them out, and now they're, they're maximizing their potential. So. Yeah.
Okay, so you graduated high school, you went to cosmetology school, and now you graduated from there. You're a barber in your own right. You're at 1900 Highway 80 West at T's Barber and Beauty Shop.
Right.
And you're also an intern at Blackberry Records, and now you've started your own artist management company.
Right.
I want you to look in that camera right there and take just about 30 seconds to inspire your viewers and let them know how they can contact you, those that may be interested.
Well, my email address is bbmanagementgroup1@gmail.com. I can be reached at 601-383-3046. And I mean, any questions you may have concerning your career or, any idea you may have, you can reach out to me and we can talk about it. I have an attorney. If it's something that we feel like can go, then we'll be more than happy to listen to it, sit down and talk about it.
Okay. Thank you, man, for being here with me today. And I want to thank you all for tuning in today to this show. We hope that you've been encouraged. The purpose of this show is to encourage you. If you've ever had a dream or a vision or goal, we want you to keep dreaming. Stir up that dream again, because there's greatness down on the inside of you, and you can absolutely make it when you gotta try. So keep pressing, keep moving. God bless you, and we'll see you next time.